What it do, what it do. Welcome to another one over here at Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe because we chopping this game over here, man. Had to tap in on this one right here, man. It's just getting real. It's getting real out here, man. You know, talking about the situation with young Dolph, man. You know, ever since that done kicked off, you know, just from by default, you know, we all look towards that boy Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? By default, we looked at him. You know what I'm saying? As stuff unfolded, it's just like almost in any of these other rappers' cases almost. You know, they get taken out, you look at the person who they was beefing with. Some hide it good enough, but truth always end up coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, what's in the dark always come to the light, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Right before you know it, you know, the trial and everything kicks off. And now we get the truth. We get the truth. And what's so crazy, it's just like, man, so in reality, it's been a war between Yo Gotti and young Dolph, like we kind of thought. You know, it's crazy. His side and Gotti's side, you know, and it's crazy because here recently, that boy, after Dolph, you know what I'm saying, coincidentally, Yo Gotti brother gets, you know, taken out. You know, and that's crazy. And you know, we wonder and we think, like, does it got something to do with who they had problems with, who we know they had problems with? Was that get back for young Dolph? You know, and now we're starting to see, you know, it's crazy. But let's, you know, I could go on and on, but tap in. Let's tap into this and it's opening up.
Topping your news later at 4 today, explosive new allegations this afternoon about the murder of Adolph Thornton Jr., known as rapper Young Dolph. That trial got underway today in a Shelby County courtroom. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Alex Coleman. April is on assignment. Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, is accused of shooting Young Dolph outside a Memphis cookie shop almost 3 years ago. But today, prosecutors told the jury it was actually a man known as Big Jook who ordered the hit. They claim Big Jook was high up a record label, CMG, a rival of Young Dolph. Big Jook, who was the older brother of well-known rapper Yo Gotti, was killed earlier this year outside a Hickory Hill nightclub.
Man.
WREG Shay Arthur has been in the courtroom all day and is live with the latest details. Shay, what have you learned?
Alex, I just stepped out of the courtroom just a short time ago. That testimony is still ongoing. It's really been going on really this entire day in this highly anticipated trial that really so many, just not across Memphis, but across the country, have been following. Young Dolph, loved by so many here in the Bluff City. Security here at the court, very, very tight. There's extra police officers up inside there around the courtroom. You have to go through 2 metal detectors to actually get inside that courtroom. And the prosecution and the defense, they've been telling some very different stories about who is to blame here in the rapper's death.
Justin Johnson, one of the men accused of shooting Young Dolph outside a Memphis cookie shop, sat stoic in court. Shelby County prosecutor Paul Hagerman painted a picture of the day of the crime.
I think them dudes is silly as hell for that. Man.
For the jury, who was brought in from out of Shelby County. Hagerman says Johnson, an aspiring rapper known as Straight Drop, shot Dolph along with a second man, Cornelius Smith. He says the shooting comes after a $100,000 hit was ordered by Big Jook, who is high up at CMG.
That's crazy.
Rival record label and the older brother of rapper Yo Gotti. The contract hit was arranged by a third man, Hernandez Govan. Investigators say Govan would seek out new talent for CMG and also provided drugs to Smith. The jury was shown the moments Young Dolph was killed outside Makita's Cookies. Hagerman said to Johnson and Smith the shooting was, quote, just business.
What we watch up here is so quick, and we watch it and we call it violence.
Fair use, by the way. Fair use.
That's a man with a family and with a wife who's laying at the edge there in Manila, riddled with bullets, dead. We watch that and we call it violence. For Cornelius Smith and for Justin Johnson, it was just business.
But Johnson's attorney says his client is innocent, saying there's two sides to every story, and Govan was using Johnson.
They like to exploit. They like to exploit young rappers. Like Mr. Johnson. He brings no skill to the table, but you're going to hear testimony about how he intended. It was his sole mission to get a 30 to 60% piece of Mr. Johnson.
Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy was also present, speaking to us about the trial finally happening nearly 3 years after the shooting.
Great anticipation. I mean, this is the culmination of a lot of years' work, and there's been a lot of work done by our staff in the DA's office and also by law enforcement to bring the people responsible for this tragic killing to justice, and that's what we're going to do this week.
And Alex, really, so far in the case today, beyond those explosive opening statements that we heard, those accusations there from the prosecutor, we also heard from the sister of young Dolph, along with one of his former security guards. Currently, right now, Cornelius Smith, he is the second man, along with Justin Johnson, accused of shooting young Dolph there in front of Makita's cookie store. He's currently under cross-examination by the defense. We'll hear from him tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go back up there in the courtroom. We'll bring you the latest back then.
Man, I must say, man, that must have been some real deal beef, man. Good Lord. Look at all that. And the straight drop dude and that Cornelius other dude, man, they just crashed out for nothing, man. I mean, what they get out of this? Having to stay up in court for hours, they're locked down. Rap career, what rap career? You know, everything just put on hold, dude. And it's crazy because it makes, so Big Jook, he was Yo Gotti's brother, and he put a hit, $100K on young Dolph, is what they saying in this courtroom. Now it makes me wonder, are they gonna start reaching towards old Gotti? Yeah, young Gotti? I mean, that's crazy. Like, so it was real deal. I mean, it was real deal beef. They was really at each other's necks. Obviously, as we saw, you know, and as we see, I mean, that's just pointless, man. That's just so pointless. All the money you would think that all these people make, and why be crashing out like that? Who you proving what to at this point? I mean, dang, man, it's just, it don't make no sense, man. And that straight drop person, and like say that other dude, man, they tripping. The way they went up there to that Makita's cookie place and sprayed it like that, man, they tripping, man. And now, look, I wonder if you could go back and ask, man, was it worth it now? Was that worth it? The person who was going to break you off, he's gone. I mean, we're seeing this time and time again. Now, I mean, what you want? You want innocence? You want to get out? I mean, what you doing, man? Sat here and, you know, shot it up, shot the place up too. Golly, it just, the outcome, seeing it right now, it's just not worth it. That's all. You know, but like I say, for me, it's more surprising that, dang, Yo Gotti brother actually got something to do with that. You know, as we all suspected from the jump. Dang. But, you know, hey, you know, when it's time to go to court. Well, what they saying too, though, what they saying is that the dude really is somebody, and not that straight drop dude, but the dude who was shooting with him. Supposedly, rumor is he was supposed to get 40K. Straight drop was supposed to get 40K, and I think it was like 2 other dudes that were supposed to get 10 or something like that. But the dude didn't get his 40K. He only got $800 supposedly, and so he's pissed. And now he's just like, man, what am I being solid to at this point? You know what I'm saying? I ain't get the money. I'm called, you know. Young big Jook, the person who's gonna pay us is dead. It's just a whole screwed up situation, man. You know. But this is, I would wonder and hope if it would be a lesson to be learned from any of the people who seeing stuff like this. I mean, they said even with Boosie's situation that when that Marlo Mike dude put in some work that he didn't even get what he was supposed to get. It's too many, man, come on. It's too many situations like that. Once they do the work, They didn't get paid what they supposed to got paid. And then they end up still getting caught. You know, but anyway, man, I just had to tap in on this one, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a dumb crash out move that wasn't worth it. Point blank. But it is what it is, man. You know, you gotta, you know, for the youngsters out there, stop the crash out, man. Stop the crash out, man. You know. But it's another one over here at Game Chopping TV, man. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe, because we are chopping this game, man.